Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. There we go. Yay! My car went. My car, like, it's close enough. Okay, go to go. There we go. Also, hello, C. How is it going? Am I loud enough? I might want to. Yeah. Yeah, because I can't, because of the tracking, I can't be too close to it. My mic is so far away. I technically can move it, but I don't want it. Is the website working yet? Is it still not working? Phone. Ah! Don't make it simple. Yeah. I only just noticed that the camera is tracking me. I need to change that. Nope, nope. Oh. Fishing, move out of the way. I can't push the cat. It's orbit here. It is always harder on phones. For some reason, the websites don't work as well on phones. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I think I might need the stand for the microphone just so I don't have to talk. I don't have to talk so loud. Okay. It's a little closer now. He keeps repeating, ugh. Okay. Tracking's still doing good. Face is completely emotionless because with the tracking thing I'm using, it fucks up the eyes for some reason. And I'm also too far away that it can't track my face anyway. So I just turned off tracking there, so it doesn't matter. But is this better? Am I louder? Just turn my volume all the way up. Oh, I could do that? How about that? Oh. Yeah, it's like, how do I do it? Your website's not working, dude. It's like, the website's not working. You might have to do it like, do they have it the old-fashioned way where you have to like, you have to go to like a police station and get a like, paper application? Repeats.
Take a swig of this, little man.
New model? Yes, 3D model, operator! This was my first model before I got the 2D. It was always my goal to be solely, like, a 3D model, but I'm lazy to set up the program. Even though it's like I have something now that makes it easier, so I can use it more often. VR chat transmutate? What's that? What's that? I played VR chat in the past, but it was very bad for me. Like, I did a few streams back before I, rebranded. I shouldn't have, because my computer couldn't handle the streaming and the VR chat at the same time. VRM's no, this was made, man. Mostly in Vroid, but was taken into Blender to make my beautiful legs. Oh, and my butt. Sting me any day, gross. I don't know you. It's like, you're new here, I don't know you like that. We don't do that. Big fear of wasp? Oh, doesn't everybody? Well, not huge fear, but definitely fear. We have some nests somewhere. Maybe in the forest, in the backyard somewhere. It's like every, like, summer they come back. It's like we don't know where they are, but they keep coming back. One gets near, yeah, that's the big fear. I'm just kind of standing here until I actually get to feel like trying to learn the dance. Ah. Gross, no. That's cringe, dude. It's like, do people still do that? It's like, what are you, 15? Come on, Candy. I'm surprised kids still like it and whatnot, because it's like it's so old now. I mean, when it comes to like online media and stuff, it is on the older side. Training up Sam. I was like, I'm not on the side of that. It's like, even in the like VTubing scene and whatnot, I'm still not like for the longest time it took me forever to actually figure out what AF means. I would just see people use it and it's like, it means something, I guess. As fuck, yes. Like, I had no clue what it stood for. I'm eating nerds right now. Um, I'm trying to think of stuff I was just behind on. It's like that just that side of social media and stuff I'm just not interested whatsoever. I honestly think it's weird. I also really just don't use social media. So I only really use it to like look at stuff. Like I have my porn Twitter, which was my original Twitter I've always had. That's mainly for porn, but it's turned into like right now it changes fandoms as new stuff shows up, so before it was before it suddenly switched in the last couple of days. Before it was Call of Duty. And it's like now it's that one doctor show. The Pit. And it's like these two characters, people are shipping these two guys on The Pit. And now it's those two characters. It's Sonar from Dispatch. And a couple of pairings from Dispatch. And gotten back into Harry and Kim from Disco Elysium. And there's my VTuber Twitter. Oh, my other Twitter, also the occasional, like, random thing from, random pairing from Marvel Rivals. So, like, Punisher and, Daredevil. Captain America, Tony Stark, you know. My VTuber Twitter, honestly, at this point is just to, keep track of the other side of the streaming sphere. So it's like if there's VTuber drama, regular streamer drama. I like drama. I like to watch. Yeah, it's like I don't use social media as actual, like, as you're supposed to. Most people use it because, like, I don't care. I don't care about pictures and whatnot. I honestly consider thinking of putting, like, random thoughts that I have in the, throughout the day out, but then it's like I just forget to do it. Because most of the time it's usually at work and I'm like, I don't have the time to do this. It's my legs. It doesn't for some reason. So of course it's the one that you want. It could be that it's just not available as well. Like other ones have the apply thing because they're actually looking for people for those, but this one doesn't because they don't need any more people. Maybe. Oh yeah, I was looking at my model. It could be because of just how my legs are, but it doesn't track knee movement that well. Which is unfortunate because of how this dance works. I wonder, was it because of my arms? No. It could be just the internet that we occasionally lose tracking. Ugh. Wait and see, yay! We'll see. Running place. I mean, if it's like any other business, like don't they usually say when they'll potentially get back? It's usually like 2 to 3 business days. Yeah. Yeah, we're not expecting, like, you'll hear back, like, next month. It's not like trying to see a doctor. Oh, I wanted to try something. Oh, you changed the app for the play. Okay, okay. Because it's like I'm wondering to do when it comes to like learning the dance. I'm now looking at. I should have done this earlier. Of like how we can get it so because it's like potentially for copyright. I don't want to play the audio on stream, especially if we're going to be repeating the video a bunch. I don't want the whole thing muted, you know. But it's like I want sound to go out for the stream, so that's why I have like music playing also, so it's not so quiet. So it's like what I can do, which I have done in the past, is that I have something like the Spotify music go through a different speaker, like one of the speakers from my monitors. And then I'll mute the desktop audio in OBS, which is going through my a different speaker, and then I'll make sure I'll unmute the Spotify one, which I have in there. I have a separate one for Spotify and OBS. What should I put on the background? It's getting dark and I'm gonna preemptively turn my light on. Ugh. Sorry, I put Smosh. Yeah. I'm gonna have to change pants. I'm gonna get too warm in these pants. Already a little warm in these pants. My hands. I'm a little far away from my TV, so I can't even go. Oh my god. My monitor, so I can't tell. I'm kind of. They're connected. They look connected. Even though they're not connected in real life. candy. Before we actually try to start. Remove my phone closure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have changed it yet. It's like we'll listen to it once. I have it right here. I also have a little thing in the corner. I'm also doing that. Okay. This. Oh. Fascinating. Okay. This is a dance all the way back from when I was in like maybe middle school or something. I happened to find it. I don't know how. It's from a literal dance game on the Wii. As you can see from the like with the anime, uh, Melancholy Life of Haruhi Suzumiya, if that's how he's the whole name, I don't know. I found this. It's called literally just Teroden Dance. I don't know, you can't see that belt, but and I love it. I still like years later. I haven't like I only rewatched this dance like a few days ago. Rewatched it and like still remembered a bit of the song, recognized parts of the like dance as well, even though it's been so many years. Oh wait, I closed that. We open that. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna watch it once, and then I'm gonna go into the mode of it. It's just gonna keep repeating over and over as I keep trying to get certain things, look at certain areas, but then we'll mute it. So I don't know if it's gonna get copyright. Probably will, but we'll see. Wait. How loud is this? There we go. Gosh, look at that quality. Now this is gonna be the hardest part because it's the arms and the legs at the same time. It's a lot. It's gonna be hard because it's like with the internet's being shitty. It was this part that I always remembered for some reason. This one was also hard because just the transition to the at the very end to the like legs and the arms at the same time, I always messed up. Oh, and there's also the like see, it's a lot. It is a lot. At least you sort of get the... Just looking at the tracking, you can sort of see happening with the legs. I do have body trackers. We might end up having to, because it's like I am learning this dance for myself, but also, for potential performance. So to make it look better, I might end up having to wear the trackers for that. It just means I have to do a bunch of shit to get them to work. Just so it looks better model-wise. Okay. Okay, I also want to test it. Let me see. Okay, good. Okay, it is coming out of my other speaker. Okay. Okay, it's just gonna be a lot of me repeating. And then just getting the stuff down. And it's also just like remembering which arms go first and whatnot. See, it's like, which arm did they start for that one? Because I lost it! I lost it! Yeah, I feel like I already have to change pants. You're too long. We might have to use a different video as well. So this other one, this isn't mirrored. It's like, do I want it mirrored? And you could tell, it's like, I guess you can tell, like, when I first found this and everything, like, most of these videos being, like, 15, 16, 14 years old. So. Let me see. Ah! I was kind of just trying to look at the legs there. That makes sense to me more now. See, it's the okay. See, it's the remembering which arms. Yeah, this video is better. Like better. It starts really fast though. Oh, it's not even the whole video! Oh, fuck you! Who are you? Fuck you! I didn't notice that. Yeah, there's a lot of oh. Someone has it at half speed. That might be useful. Is it mirrored? Oh god, you see, it's the legs, man. It's going inwards, and okay. You see, it's like, we have this part, it's fine. See, the one part I did forget about this one is that when you go to the part of going around in a circle, it's like you're supposed to move your right leg. You do one step with one leg before you start the circle. I didn't do the one step first, I was just... Ugh. See, I was starting with the wrong side. Oh. That's okay. Oh. And I always messed up that spin because it's like whichever leg you put up first, I messed up. Ugh. I lost the music because it's slow and it's a little bit quieter. I can't. Okay. Oh. Woo. Oh, you see, it is mirrored. Let's finish this backwards. So now I'm not sure. Because, like, if it's mirrored, then we should be doing it that way. Okay, I just want to do it with oh yeah, because it's to match your side. That's what you're doing. Face was already forward. Oh, wait. Oh. You see, I'm doing it the wrong way. That was the wrong way. Oh. You see, in that section, it's the transferring from the heels, doing a movement where the heels go back and forth. It's transferring when you're doing the arm movements to the heels going back and forth to then doing the knees going inwards. That's confusing me. And of course, doing the right arm movements. That's what I have trouble with. Nope, I did that wrong. Wait, no. You see, it's far away, so I can't tell which side. No, I'm doing that wrong. No, that, no. No, then it should match this way. Okay. No, then it should be this one. It's like mirrored is confusing me. So sometimes it matches with the right side, but then for some reason my brain wants to do the other side. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It is just part of a process to like get certain parts down. Sloppy sex like everywhere. Nobody wants to see. Noises and moisture. Oh. It's not on the menu. Oh. I took a shower earlier. I shouldn't have done this. It's fun though, I'm having fun. I'm itchy. Nope. Like, you see, no, I'm automatically starting. Let's just start repeating sections. I want to get this. You see, it's so confusing. Oh my god. Oh, no wonder it's so confusing. So when you move, like, what it shows here, you're moving the front of the foot, front of the left foot outwards. As you move the arms outwards, you're moving the right foot's heel inwards. Like, oh, having to transition from like controlling the foot from the heel to the toe. Oh, never been good at that. It's like hand control. Like, I have good hand-eye coordination usually. Foot control, no. And then we can't see the feet from this one. It's still going too fast for me. It's going too. Nope, slower. Now you want to spread both legs. Oh. It's like we start inwards. It needs to be slower. It's honestly this section when it comes to the legs that is the hardest. It's like I can't focus on the arm stuff until I get the leg down. You see, it's like I want to keep the weight on my toes to like move the heels, but then you have to transition to moving the toe. To moving the toe outwards. We should. I'm just gonna go there. What's a tutorial? 2 years ago. Why out of nowhere this random person? Why? Oh, it's gonna take forever. I still can't hear her. Like, barely. Oh, she's the one who made the with the blue shirt. Okay. Because she has a like actual dance video of her doing it. Stretch before working out, people. Is this mirror? Four parts. Wristband is right wrist. So yes, it is mirrored. Okay. So it's like we do it that way. Okay. Yeah. Switch. Left me up. Yes. I like that's how you did. Like, that was a terrible explanation. I'm not coming back. just trying to get the movements down. You see? It's like... You see, and then we're still doing the same thing for the next section. Oh, it doesn't help that I can't do this on carpet. Nope, nope, that was nope. I'm kind of just trying. So, we're starting this way. Nope, nope. Yes. Stock selfie on carpet. Feeds all the kids. Okay, that's better. Okay. So... Nope! Okay. Nope, no, it's not the... No, I'm losing the... Oh, I'm forgetting you have to do the repeat, so it's like when it's... So it's like... I'm by myself, I can do this. Oh! It's 3 minutes! Like 3 hours! Like, I know I could have released them earlier, I didn't know how to. Wait the fucking 3 hours! Ugh. It's like, I'm just trying to, like... Bible. Get the Bible. Get the Bible. So already in the tutorial, she's slightly doing it wrong because like when we're transitioning from here to the leg movement, you do have to do a like there is a jump into the position where the knees are pointing inwards and then getting into the thing. I think one of the problems I'm having is that I'm separating my legs too far. I think it should be maybe closer. But yeah, because like she just goes straight into it when you need to do what there's supposed to be a quick like separating jump, separate legs and then into the. Ooh. For some reason I can't look at anything. To like focus, it's like I'm focusing on my legs. So. You see, I'm doing it wrong because like instead of moving the leg, for some reason my mind wants to move it to go instead of just turning the foot. It's a ball. Put a ball in my ass. Gonna put a ball in my ass. Okay. No! Oh yeah. Fuck! See, it's like too much weight. It's like the weight. I can't have my weight on the heels. At least I'm getting my hair off of the carpet. My bunny hair. Huh. Do I strike it? You see, it's like I'm moving the whole leg. That's why. Oh. God damn it. Okay. It's like, this is first session. Just trying to get this fucking leg movement down. Oh, nope, it's dinner time. I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I'm sitting right now. To open a separate thing. Oh. Oh, that's a long Yiwu though. This one's an hour long. Go with this one.
We're going to search outbuildings, trailers, everything.
Okay, no, we have the guns because those kids are here.
Okay, just shut up.
Am I really gonna get arrested right now?
You know how long it's gonna take? I have plans.
What type of audiobooks do we listen to?
The serial killer ones.
The serial killer ones?
On the morning of March 12, 2022, 18-year-old Naomi Irian suddenly vanished from a Walmart parking lot in Fernley, Nevada, after a strange man pacing around the corner got into her car and drove away with her. With only a hazy CCTV video to rely on, investigators race against time to try and identify the mystery man. When they do, nothing can prepare them for the truth behind Naomi's sudden disappearance.
Oh.
This is the exact moment Zulema Silas realized that the truth about what really happened to the missing Naomi Irian had been uncovered. The following footage has never been seen before.
Do you need a minute?
There's some Kleenexes right there for you.
Well, I am sorry. It is really difficult to be hearing all the stuff that they're saying about you, everything that I am remembering about you.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, come on, I can't. I've got wrecked shoulders.
As best you can.
On the morning of March 13th, 2022, the Lyon County Sheriff's Office receives a distressing call from Casey Valley. He informs them that his 18-year-old sister, Naomi Irian, hasn't returned home since she headed to work the day before. He explains that he tried calling her multiple times but couldn't get through. He also checked, and there's been no activity on her bank account. In an exclusive interview with eWoo, Casey Valley explains the incident.
And so she would typically show up at the Walmart parking lot here in Fernley at about 5 in the morning. The bus picked up around 5:15, between 5:15 and 5:20, I believe. She would sit there for 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was. And she would just scroll on her phone for a little while. And as far as I know, at that point, she went to work.
Casey went to bed before he saw if Naomi came home that Saturday night, which was typical for them.
So the next day I wake up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. She's not home, which is not unusual, right? Because she works so early. It did seem kind of weird to me because, I didn't really see a whole lot of evidence that she had been home that day. But that wasn't really super unusual either. I started reaching out to her at that point, but I wasn't hearing anything back.
After not hearing from Naomi all day, Casey decided to wait up on Sunday for her to come home again. But when she didn't, he called his mom and Naomi's friends, hoping some had heard from her. No one had heard from her since before Friday.
And so I called the police, and I attempt to make a missing persons report. The dispatcher said that the deputy was going to come to my house and take the report in person. Rather than that happening, the deputy calls me 2 hours later. He calls me at about 11:30 at night. And I tell him what's going on, and he's like, listen, I'm not going to put out a missing persons report on this. 18-year-olds, she's 18, she can do what she wants. You don't have really any evidence to show that anything happened, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, this isn't normal for her.
Excuse me?
She didn't come home today.
It's like, oh, she's 18. She probably just left home.
wasn't
Excuse
even at
me?
work today. I don't know what happened. And she's not answering any of her friends or anything like that. And all of her Snapchats from everybody, she's Snapchat a lot. All of her Snapchats from everybody were, not delivered and stuff like that. So it just seemed completely a red flag to anybody that knew her.
Yes! Now!
And this deputy refused to make a missing persons report.
Stunned and disheartened by the complete absence of assistance from the authorities, Casey takes it upon himself to find his younger sister.
Hi. Are you bullying Teddy? Are you bullying Teddy? He's so little. My guy, he's so little. Look at him. You can't bully him. No. No. You can't bully the baby. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. No. End of story. I have a 100-pound pit bull sitting on my lap and this thing licking my arm for some reason. And he's eating his own ass.
The deputy kind of got in my head a little bit, kind of gaslit me a bit about, she's probably fine, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. My girlfriend at the time, Nikki, she and I were talking, and she had the idea of, well, we should just go to Walmart and see if they'll let us look at the security footage and just see if she even showed up to work on Saturday. So that's what we did. She and I went over there, We tracked down the security people who were following shoplifters out in the store and told them what the situation was, and they were pretty sympathetic. So they brought us into their little security shack. It took us like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to just find the right footage, the right angle where she normally parked.
What he sees in this surveillance footage from Walmart makes his blood run cold. Casey knew where Naomi parked because he often saw her car in the same spot whenever he would go to Walmart.
Video quality wasn't great, but I could recognize her car. She was driving a 1992 Mercury Sable. There's not a whole lot of those left on the road these days, but it's pretty distinctive even in a grainy video. I was like, and the time matched up with when I thought that she would be showing up, and I saw the car pull in there. And we're watching this at like 4 or 5x speed. So we watched the car pull in. I was like, oh, that's her car, almost for sure. And before we get the video stopped in order to slow it down, the car leaves again. And I'm like, what the heck?
At 5:09 a.m. on March 12, 2022, Naomi pulls over in the Walmart parking lot and waits inside her car. A few moments later, a strange man appears on the other side of the lot. He stares at her car for a few minutes.
Oh.
Soon he begins to walk towards the vehicle and reaches the driver's side. Almost in an instant, he slips into the driver's seat and drives out of the parking lot. Disturbingly, Naomi doesn't get out of the vehicle at any point in the footage. Utterly consumed by panic, Casey immediately calls the sheriff's office once again and informs them about the surveillance footage.
Like, hey, bitches, I got some evidence.
Dispatcher again, and I tell them that I have, potential evidence.
Actually, I have evidence this time since you seem to need fucking evidence.
My sister, and they send the same deputy that I talked to the night before on the phone, and he shows up about 20 minutes later. And at this point, we have some more video identified, and we have video of the guy standing there looking out from the sidewalk and circling around and going into her car. The police officer sits there and looks at it, and he says, I don't know, this looks like a drug deal to me. I was like, my sister did not do drugs, and he was just trying to cover his own ass, right? Because he didn't take my report the night before. Basically, he tells me, well, I'm not going to file a missing persons report right now still, but we'll put out
oh my god! This person get fired?
Like, okay. I'm not really happy with that, but if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do.
Despite finding compelling evidence that proves his sister is in grave danger, Casey's repeated pleas for help are not taken seriously, leaving him in absolute despair and isolation.
Basically, I felt so alone, I felt so isolated. I felt like kind of betrayed by the sheriff's department. I felt very scared about what happened to my sister, and I just really couldn't process what was going on at all.
On the other hand, Naomi's and Casey's parents, who were in Africa at the time, struggled to cope with the news. In an exclusive interview with Iwu, Naomi's mother, Diana Arian, shares how they tried their best to help Casey find Naomi.
Early Monday morning, before even it was light, my husband came upstairs because he was getting ready to go to work. My husband came upstairs in tears, and he said that Naomi had been kidnapped. And immediately I was like, what? What are you talking? What? And he said, Casey just called. He saw on
I want to know why it took him. I mean, he's helping now, of course. Why did it take him 2 days to be like, okay, this is wrong. This doesn't seem good.
Surveillance video, someone take Naomi in her car. And then we were holding each other, and we were crying, and we were asking each other, what do we do? What do we do? Because we're in Africa. We're halfway around the world. And one of my husband's coworkers, one of our friends, is an FBI agent. And my immediate instinct was to call him. So that's what I did. I immediately got on the phone and called our friends, and I was not in a state I couldn't really speak. So I handed the phone to my husband.
Naomi and Casey's father went to the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria, South Africa, where he was working at the time and was able to get an emergency flight to the United States that day. As Casey's father flies into the country, his conversation with the FBI reaps some positive results, as they seem to be taking the case quite seriously.
So the next day, I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just, and I have like a spotlight, and I'm just driving all the roads out in the desert near Fernley, just looking for any trace of her car. And about 9:30 in the morning, I get a call from Lyon County Sheriff's Department, a detective. He assures me that they're taking the matter very seriously. The missing persons report has been filed at this point, and they have every spare person on the force out looking for my sister's car.
2 days after Naomi went missing, the investigators finally take up the case in earnest. They begin with the video Casey found at Walmart. After carefully examining the surveillance footage multiple times, a triangulation and recreation method is used to determine that the person getting into the car with Naomi is between 6 and 6 feet 3 inches in height. They also identify that the suspect was wearing a pair of blue jeans, a light-colored hooded sweatshirt, and a face mask that morning. However, since he stood on the other side of the camera, they're unable to see his face or many other details. Naomi's phone number is run through the police database, but there aren't any location pings as it had been turned off. With only one hazy CCTV video footage and a suspect they're unable to identify, the investigators begin by running a thorough background check into Naomi Irian's life. Casey assists by sharing everything about Naomi and his family. Including Naomi, he has 6 siblings who moved to the United States only a year ago after living in sheltered communities in Russia, Germany, and South Africa as a result of their father's job with the State Department.
So she kind of just wanted to come over here and get a feel for what it was really like to be in America and what it was like to be an adult.
I was gonna move out, but then my brother was like, oh, what if you just pay me then rent out the rooms in the house and then you can live here. Ooh. And I'm like, oh, that actually sounds pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. And I would get to stay here. It's a place where I'm comfortable, a neighborhood that I know, easy to get to my work, It's a pretty good deal. It'll be interesting.
Kind of get away from the parents, have a little bit of freedom. And the first thing she did before she even really got here, actually, was get a job. And she started working for Panasonic.
To find out more, the investigators dispatch some officers to mark out her regular work route. They examine the surveillance recordings from various stores along the route, hoping to identify any peculiar incidents. Although they observe no apparent suspicious behavior, they make a significant discovery while reviewing the footage from a gas station where Naomi had stopped by to purchase snacks on her way to work. In the footage, she's seen wearing a gray sweater paired with a blue Panasonic t-shirt and gray joggers. The officers take a screenshot of Naomi from the store and submit it to the investigators. This picture potentially marks the last time she was seen before the kidnapping. The investigators release Naomi's details with the picture to the media and request everyone to be on the lookout for the missing 18-year-old. As word of Naomi's kidnapping spreads, Casey sets up several search parties to help find her, and the community in Fernley steps up to assist the family.
The ladies in the local area in my son's neighborhood established a meal train. So we had meals made for us. So our job was to find her. And that was our full-time job. And my husband was out there with the FBI every day, And my son was out there searching the desert every day. You know, we didn't stop.
Despite releasing Naomi's picture and details, the investigators failed to discover any substantial leads. That is, until they combed through the devices she used. Here they find the first hint of a lead. Naomi went on a date with an unknown man a day before she vanished.
Something on my TV.
Naomi had told Casey that she'd visited a thrift store with the man and everything seemed normal. But maybe it hadn't been as innocuous as she thought. Investigators also find out that Naomi had previously complained about being harassed at work. Managers from Naomi's workplace state that they knew about her allegations and had resolved the matter internally. Eventually, it's concluded that this line of inquiry is another dead end. It's around this point that the Lyon County detectives drop a bombshell.
Have you approached it at all?
So I went up to it just to make sure nobody was in it, and that's it.
All right. Did you see any shoe impressions?
No, so I did walk around it just to look at all angles, make sure nobody was in, like tucked in or anything. But I was like just driving all over looking for it, and as I was getting off here, I saw it sitting there.
They'd found Naomi's car abandoned in a dirt lot near a paint manufacturing company, just half a mile away from the place of her kidnapping. While this was a huge discovery, there was still no sign of Naomi or her abductor. Still, hope is not lost as the area where Naomi's car was found had several stores with CCTV. The detectives request surveillance footage from all nearby businesses and begin to review hours of footage from the day of Naomi's kidnapping. They soon find that some of the surveillance had actually captured a spine-chilling incident from the afternoon following Naomi's kidnapping. Naomi's car can be seen on the road nearby and later parked in the dirt lot at 3:30 p.m., 10 hours after her kidnapping. An unknown suspect gets out of Naomi's car and walks on the road. A short time later, at 4:12 p.m., a gray, bluish truck drives by the same road and parks close to Naomi's car. The driver gets out, goes back to Naomi's car, and shifts it to another spot in the dirt lot. Then the driver leaves the car, gets back in his truck, and drives away. Investigators are still unable to identify the unknown driver at that distance. And even more concerning is that they don't see Naomi anywhere in the footage. Perhaps he'd moved her to another location by then. There's also another possibility. Is this man the same person as the one they saw in the morning, or were more people involved? Screenshots of the suspect's truck are released to the media, along with a plea asking the community to keep an eye out. What could be seen in the footage, though, helped to identify the truck as potentially being manufactured by Chevrolet. With little else to go on, the investigators visit multiple Chevrolet dealerships in the area to learn more about the vehicle. Every Chevrolet dealership identifies the vehicle as a 2020 to 2022 Chevrolet High Country 2500 or 3500 model, with possible color variations in either a metallic blue or metallic gray. The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles then sent a list of the same make and model of the vehicles that are in western Nevada. Though at first disheartened to see the list contains hundreds of trucks, an analysis team soon eliminate vehicles that don't match the footage. As the list of the trucks grows shorter, the investigators start verifying where the license plate numbers are registered. One of these addresses piques the investigating team's interest. As compared to the other addresses, it looks run down, leaving the investigators to wonder how someone from the residence could afford a $60,000 to $80,000 vehicle. They soon find out that the truck is registered to Troy
pretty
Driver.
modern truck of like 2020 to 22. It's like, that's modern. That means it's going to be expensive.
And a search of his name through police databases reveals a daunting array of information. Troy Driver had a substantial criminal history that dates back to 1994. It started with animal cruelty at age 14 and turned into a 15-year jail time for assault, burglary, and armed robbery in his later years. He was also a suspect in an assault case out of Elko County in Nevada. Moreover, his height aligned with the potential range of the suspect's height in Naomi's kidnapping case. Based on his criminal history and the truck, Troy Driver immediately becomes a person of interest in the case. He lives with his girlfriend Zulema Silas and her children and works at a mining company. Checking his girlfriend's Facebook, they find pictures of Troy, including one of him wearing a pair of brown hiking shoes that looks similar to what the suspect wore in the Walmart parking lot footage. With no other leads, investigators strategically place patrol officers near Troy Driver's residence to keep a close watch on him. The next step is acquiring a warrant to inspect Troy's phone records to determine his location on the day of Naomi's kidnapping. Troy Driver possessed 2 phones, one for work and the other for his office, and an astonishing revelation emerges. The location data for both phones indicated that he was nowhere near Naomi. In fact, he'd remained at home throughout the day. However, undeterred by this setback, the detectives explore a different angle by reviewing the activities on both devices. Their suspicions are confirmed when the report reveals concerning evidence. Despite the location data suggesting Troy's presence at home, there was a suspicious absence of any activity on either phone. This was inconsistent with how Troy normally
that's a
uses
good quality
his phones.
camera.
All of this was still fairly circumstantial. There was no clear link between Troy Driver and Naomi Urian, but the pressure was on to find Naomi. While the focus was on Troy, another breakthrough emerges from the surveillance footage. The same truck seen near Naomi's car is spotted on the highway and on the opposite side of the Walmart parking lot on the day of Naomi's abduction. The truck owner had been parked in the dirt area of the Walmart parking lot at 4:22 a.m. that morning. But this isn't the most chilling part. Not only were they there before Naomi arrived, the person could be seen pacing around as if waiting for something, as if expecting Naomi's arrival. Since investigators already knew where this person had left Naomi's car on the afternoon of her abduction, they then established a route from that location to Walmart's dirt lot, where the individual had parked their truck. Footage showed them walking back to their truck. And not only that, when the suspect strolled from Naomi's vehicle to his truck, he inadvertently passed right in front of the CCTV camera. The sight sent shivers down the spines of the entire investigating team. It was Troy Driver. On March 25th, a full 13 days after Naomi's kidnapping, the investigators take Troy Driver into custody.
I'll cuff. Just so we don't have to switch. Don't move. Troy Driver?
Yeah.
You have anything on you that's going to poke, prod, stab me?
I've got a pocket knife in my front left pocket.
Okay, aside from that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to roll you over on your right side, okay?
Yeah.
All right, put your knee up this way. Whoever's
Hey,
going
is
up to
that
building,
chapstick? I
I'll
use
come
that
up
same
with
chapstick.
The warrant here shortly. Okay. Will you take a photo of that and then send that to Ty? Say, let him know one's in custody. All right, let's roll you over to this side.
Is someone calling you Nick?
Probably.
Try to answer on your phone.
You want to finish searching? Okay. Boss speaking. Hey. We just got him in custody. Yep. Did we get the keys to this vehicle?
I don't have any keys.
You don't have keys to this vehicle?
I do. Somebody took them.
Okay, but you did have them on you?
You had like the 2 bags with you? Where are the keys?
You guys took them.
Well, yeah, but are they in one of those bags or where?
No, they were on my belt clip. You guys
Okay.
took the keys.
Okay. He's pretty calm for having a... Yeah, he asked what it was for. We told him not going to tell him. at this time, but you are under blah, blah, blah. And he said, okay, hasn't said much. Yeah, he wasn't asking questions. He was shocked just due to the abruptness of it, but not, you know, not his first rodeo type. Yeah. So there's your truck keys, correct? Okay.
Why is he in the front seat?
Taco 2.
It's the chip for the office door.
To get in the office door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you take your camera off and go into that truck over there a minute ago?
I didn't take my camera off.
My camera was sitting on the top of the hood right here when you went over into that
That was
truck.
to crawl back under and grab the tracker.
Okay.
'Cause I couldn't fit with my gear.
Is he surprised?
I mean, that I think element and surprise, but not overall. He's very calm demeanor. All right, due to the long drive, we're going to get you out real quick. We're going to set you into 2 cuffs, okay? So I'll separate your shoulders a little bit.
After arresting Troy and bringing him to the station, the officers get warrants to search Troy's residence and his mother's, and she's none too happy with this development.
Hello? Yeah. I'll let you get the dogs locked up and then we'll have a conversation real quick, please.
It takes all this to have a conversation.
And then this is Detective Winter. He's got a search warrant for your residence. So who else is inside besides you three and the other little girl?
That's it.
Just the 4 of you guys? Okay.
How's it going, guys? Can we come on in and make sure there's nobody else in here, and then we'll talk to you on the side and we'll get what we have to get going, okay? There's nobody else in the house?
Ooh,
Okay.
I answered that.
Yeah. Sir, could you come over here with me?
Yes.
Rhonda, what do you...
Do I need to take it off to make you guys not shoot me?
Come over here, please. Come over here, please. We'll secure it real quick while we're talking, if you don't mind.
Just leave it.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, come on, I can't. I've got wrecked shoulders.
As best you can.
That's it.
Are you good with them?
Yeah.
I have a CCW.
We know you have a CCW.
Do you know how many weapons on you, did you say? Sir? Do you have any guns or anything on you?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Rhonda, can we go talk, where's a good place where we can talk outside for a minute?
The back porch, I guess.
Well, let's just, that's fine.
You're gonna trash our house like you did the other
No,
one?
Okay, can
Come on over here.
copy of the search warrant,
As soon as we get somewhere, we're gonna have you sit here and look at it. Actually, let's just go over here by this trailer.
I've got really bad knees and I've been up all day. I'd like to sit on the back.
No, we have to be safe. I understand you guys aren't happy about us being here, but we have a job to do.
So do I need to say I'm not going to say anything without an attorney?
Hey, we just want to we're not here to question you.
You're not under arrest. You're not a suspect of anything.
We're trying to explain to you guys what's going on.
Oh, we know. I talk to my son every morning.
Let's just stay down here for a minute until they get the house cleared. So here's the situation. We have a search warrant signed by a judge that allows us to look for firearms, okay? And we're going to seize firearms from this residence because we have probable cause to believe that Troy has firearms in this residence.
Oh, not at all.
Okay, just shut up. They can
Okay.
go. They're not going to. They don't believe us. Nobody's in there. You think you're going to believe us that Troy has no firearms here?
Hey, can you hang out too?
I'm going this way.
Okay. After that, we need you to stay somewhere with us. Okay?
What?
Can you keep the 2 children occupied on the side for a few minutes?
Quick question, I want to know.
Sure.
Why do I take in our firearms?
Well, we have probable cause to believe that Troy has firearms over here.
But you don't. I
If
mean,
they're registered to us, you're going to take them.
Well, we're going to take him to the lab and see if there's any DNA or fingerprints that belong to Troy on any firearms in this residence.
Okay.
So if there is some, and you would tell us about it now, we don't have to search the house and tear everything apart looking for anything.
there isn't. Okay.
What do you mean? Tell you what?
Well, how many firearms are in the residence?
All together? Counting the 22?
Yeah.
I mean, we got the rifle, the shotgun, and
we put them all locked up because we had the kids here. We didn't want
Okay.
when the kids were here.
Okay.
And that's it. We have the one you took. We have your 44,
yeah, and the
a shotgun, and a 22.
Do you have any other firearms in this house?
No.
You're welcome to look. Just
Okay.
don't trash my house.
Well, we're gonna search outbuildings, trailers,
Have at it.
everything.
Okay. Well, no, we have the guns because those kids are here. I got the shotgun, the 22, and a gun that doesn't even work in the
Got
2-horse trailer.
Okay.
It's locked up there.
Okay. Is there any other firearms, sir?
We answered that.
I'm
There
just
are no other firearms.
asking. I know you're not happy with the police
Okay,
and
but
about this whole
can I just
situation.
answer a question once? I mean, do I have to be?
Yeah.
I'm not unintelligent. I understand what you're saying to me. I
Okay.
answered
And you have
what
to understand that people are dishonest with us all the time. So
Well, I'm
forgive
not-
us if we ask the
guaranteed
question more
I'm
than
not
once.
dishonest.
Okay. Well, I
And
don't,
you're more than welcome to go search our house, but please don't trash it.
well, we don't want to.
There's no need to.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Did Troy bring firearms over here in the last 2 weeks?
No. No.
Okay.
I haven't even seen him that way. When
No,
I
he
seen him.
came over.
Well, I was shooting horses. So
Yeah.
I might have missed him.
He came over and helped me with something. I can't remember something I needed help with, and that's it.
Okay.
He rarely comes over here because he's working all the time.
Okay. All right. Well, let's have a seat up there on the porch if you guys don't mind, and we'll let these guys take pictures, and then we'll grab the guns, and we'll be on our way.
After looking through his mother's residence and seizing his car as evidence, investigators bring in Troy's girlfriend, Zalima, and her children for interviews. To their utter dismay, though, there's still no sign of Naomi anywhere.
So we're gonna go to the second patrol car here, okay?
Are we like in trouble or something?
Random naked woman? Was she shower grid?
Yeah, I wasn't, but I had my phone was connected to the speaker, so I was playing music, and like I thought it was just me and my brother home, and I thought I heard a bunch of yelling, and I was like, let me check just in case, and I opened the door, and they were all standing outside the bathroom, and I was like, what the heck? And they were like, get on the ground. Yeah. No, I'm just bored. No, I want my phone. Do you know how long it's gonna take? I have plans.
Am I really gonna get arrested right now? I'm really getting arrested right now. Wow. Wow.
I don't know if it's anything worth checking, but I cleared it. There was no visible bodies. Yeah. Nobody armed.
I understand that. We're going to have one of the investigators come speak with you right quick, okay? Yeah, they'll bring him back here, ma'am. Just wait back here, please.
Get over here.
Okay, just wait back here. It's not the reaction from her that I expected if she didn't know anything.
Correct. Was she angry?
Oh, yeah.
At us?
She's pissed about the whole thing.
Hey, what's up, Troy? My name's Eric. This is Mike. We work for the Lyon County Sheriff's Office.
What the hell am I doing here?
Well, that's what we'd like to talk to you about and explain to you everything that's going on, okay? Your legal name is Troy. And what's your last name?
Driver.
Driver?
Why am I here?
We're gonna get to it. Well, oh, yeah, I'll explain to you. I gotta fill this thing out. Where do you work at right now?
I work at Leadcore, but
Leadcore, okay.
people just saw fit to pull guns on me and throw me on the ground in front of my office. So I'm probably not looking at a job. I really would like to know why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll explain. How long have you worked at Leadcore?
2.5 years.
Okay. Where'd you get thrown on the ground at?
Didn't throw me on the ground. I was told to get on the ground in front of the office in Reno.
Reno. Okay, so you work like at Leadcore in Reno. Criminal record? Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
What's the worst thing you've been arrested for?
I was arrested when I was 17 for armed robberies.
Did you go to prison for that?
I did.
How long?
15 years.
Holy. Where at?
California.
Damn. 15 years in prison in California?
Yep.
Do you need anything to eat or drink?
No, I want to get going here.
Okay. Can you tell me about any vehicles registered to you?
I have a Jeep, a 95 Jeep.
What color?
Black.
Black. Okay. Is it like a Wrangler or
It's a Wrangler.
Wrangler? Okay.
I have a 2020 Chevy 3500 Silverado.
2020 Chevy 3500?
Yes.
What color is that?
Gray. And I have a 1982 Lincoln Mark 7. 81 or 82.
What color is that?
Black.
Okay. Are you currently on parole or probation?
No.
All right. So while we're in here, you understand you have the right to remain silent, and you understand that you have anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand you have the right to an attorney, and do you understand you cannot afford an attorney won't be appointed for you?
Okay.
Okay. You understand all that stuff?
I understand.
Okay. So have you been paying attention to the news lately, the last couple days?
Not really. I haven't been paying attention. Why?
Okay. Are you aware of the kidnapping case involving Naomi Irion?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell me about that?
My girlfriend sent me a Facebook thing on it, and I read that. She was kidnapped, and a truck that looked a lot like mine, they said they were looking for. Is that why I'm here?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you said it, right? You have a truck that looks just like it.
Because I have a truck that looks like that. Am I being charged with this?
Yes. Yeah, you're being charged.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay. All right.
No. I want a lawyer.
Troy Driver protests his innocence and invokes his right to a lawyer, blatantly refusing to speak with the investigators.
I mean,
Still,
smart.
they
That's what you're
uncover
supposed to
that his
do.
girlfriend's family had a gathering on the weekend of Naomi's kidnapping, but Troy didn't attend as he said he was at work. To find out more about Troy's absence and his whereabouts, investigators interview Zalima herself. When she's told about the seriousness of Troy's past crime in California, she shares that he and his mother had described it to her as something much less serious. Investigators are hoping that Zalima can help them finally find Naomi, as at this point they still have no idea where she is, or even where to look. It's through this interview that they discover even more disturbing revelations.
But you know what? His mom stuck behind him after everything that he did in California, and he did tell me about that, kind of. I didn't know all the details. He never was, he just said, well, they involved me and convicted me in murder. Like trying to separate himself from like the main thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, they involved me and people told on me and, people like, and that's why I was convicted.
Yeah.
And then his mom, she relocated and everything for him. And then, she like the same story, like, oh, like he's a great kid, but like he was just involved with the wrong people.
Yeah.
But then the more I remember like all the things like I told you that he says and laughs about, like, all the stuff that he has done. And then all the things that he used to tell me that he used to do when he was in prison too. And he's like, oh, you have no idea. I have painted in the blood of men, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's things that give you chills.
In reality, Troy had an accessory to murder charge. When he was 17 in 1997, his girlfriend at the time shot and killed someone, and Troy pleaded guilty to helping dispose of the body. But this isn't the only disturbing case Troy was allegedly involved in. In March 2021, a year before Naomi went missing, Troy was also a suspect in accusations of abuse and inappropriate touching involving his 16-year-old stepdaughter. While talking about the family gathering from the weekend of Naomi's kidnapping, Zalima explains that following the death of her son's child, she'd wanted her son and daughter-in-law to get a break from everything they'd gone through, and had organized the big dinner to lift everyone's spirits. However, Troy had a different plan for them.
When Troy got home on Thursday night, he said, so tomorrow, he goes, so tomorrow, he's like, are we going camping? And then because we had planned on going the weekend before that, but I can't remember what happened that we definitely couldn't go. And he's like, oh, but we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. And then I go, I know. And then I go, but they're going through something. And then I go, and I want to be there for them. And he's like, well, they can come too. And then I said, I don't think they're going to want to do that. And I go, they just, and I go, and then Travis is coming so he can spend time with Jose. And then he said, well, they can all come. Like, we can take everyone. And I go, yeah, this is like very short notice. I don't think so.
A day before Naomi's kidnapping, a deputy had visited their house to serve them with some paperwork regarding her son. And Zalima says that Troy had been quite rude to the officer.
And then she was walking over there to give him the summons, and he lowered his window, and she's like, Troy Driver, and she just went like this, and she's like, oh, here's the summons, and he started pulling up the window, like she was still talking to him, and he started putting the window up. And then he opened the door, and she just left, like he didn't even let her finish talking, and she left. And then he got out of the truck, and then he walked in, and I was like, oh, and I go, sorry for the welcome home. And he's like, oh, it's fine. And then he just went to where we have our desk, and he put his summons on top of mine, and he went to the room without saying anything. I walked in, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, he had a plastic bag of Boot Barn, and he had already put a pair of insulated pants in there, and he was getting something else, and he was putting it in there. And I go, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm going camping, he said. And I was like, oh, and I was like, the kids are coming tomorrow. He's like, well, I'm going camping. And I was like, okay. I turned around and I got out of the room, and I was a little bit upset that he would leave.
Yeah.
And because he's always has been so supportive, and like with anything like that, he always wants to do whatever he can to make everyone feel like better or fix it for them or whatever. And the time it was just he didn't care.
Since Troy had presumably left for camping alone, he had no verifiable alibi. But that wasn't all. Zulema also shared a chilling story. The couple had a surveillance camera in their garage. Zulema's son had apparently boasted about catching a drink without spilling anything off the tailgate of the truck in their garage, and she'd reviewed the footage. But when she went to see it again, it had been erased. The only person who could have erased it was Troy. However, he'd forgotten to delete one clip when he returned from camping.
And that video, for some reason, he didn't delete it. It's right there. I was looking at it. He gets home at 7:55 on the 12th.
Okay.
Exactly 7:55.
Okay.
And something that he never does, and I went through all the footage and everything. He has always told me that wherever we are, he never walks with his hands in his pockets, because he says, in prison, you always have to be ready for someone to attack you and to defend yourself. So he learned not to, do that. He gets out of his truck and he's walking when he gets home, and he has his hands in his pocket and his head is down. And when he gets in front of my Subaru, he starts turning, and then he just goes like this. And he looks like really sad, really worried, like really, I've never seen him like that. Like his body language is like so, and you can see him when he's coming up and I'll show you if you want, when he's coming up the steps of the house, he looks like he's having trouble, like he's very tired.
But there was more. For the first time since they'd been together, Troy had showered by himself after returning home that weekend.
And then he got up and he said, I'm going to empty out the truck, all the camping gear. And I was like, it's Sunday. And I was like, we can leave that for later. We have all day, I told him. And then the next day, he didn't have to go to work because we were going to go to Alonzo's court. And I was like, we have like all this time in the world. And me and him, we watch a show together, a series, Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. And we watch an episode in the morning and one before we go to sleep. And I told him, I go,
See
"What's
the
the
leg
dog walking dead?"
moves.
And he's like, "No, I gotta clean out the truck." I was like, okay. And you can see him in the video going to the truck, and then he forgets the keys, then he comes back, then he goes back, and he unlocks the truck and whatever, but he doesn't take anything out. Like, he doesn't do anything with it.
Soon after, Troy deleted all the videos that would have shown him cleaning the truck, something which left Zulema confused. When they'd recovered Troy's truck as evidence, they noticed that he suddenly had new tires, something that they asked Zulema about.
How long have you guys been talking about replacing the tires?
Since he got the truck, since last year.
Okay.
He didn't like the tires.
So then you guys have been talking about replacing the tires on both vehicles with your tax return ship? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when it was time to do that, who called to ask about the truck tires? Did he call or did you
He
call?
called.
Okay.
He called.
So he called, he told you that he called down here?
He said he called, yeah, and
Were you present when he called or no?
no, I had walked inside because he told me I'm gonna call and see if they have them, because he wanted to do it right there. It was Friday when we came back from the dentist. It was around 3 something, and he replaced the tires, and that's another thing.
I'm gonna see what date that was,
Friday the
Friday.
18th.
18th, okay.
Yeah, and he deleted all the videos too of him switching the tire with the spare. All of those are deleted too.
And yet another shocker, it had come to light that Troy had insisted on changing the tires after complaining that the truck had a flat one. But Zulema claims she never noticed that, despite driving the vehicle for the previous week. His claim wasn't helped by the fact that all videos that would have shown the flat tire had been deleted. This pattern of deleting videos was certainly alarming. Troy was hiding something, but what exactly? Zulema had also revealed that Troy claimed Le Schwab, a tire-changing company's outlet in Fallon, near their home, didn't have the tires for his truck in stock, but the one in Winnemucca did. He insisted on getting them replaced immediately, and they made the long trip, just under 2 hours, to Winnemucca for it.
Oh.
Eerily, Zulema wore a sweatshirt that day that read Serial Killer Documentaries and Chill, which represented Troy's obsession with crime and killers, something that would come up soon in the interview.
Ugh.
With all of this suspicious behavior in mind, detectives finally bring the real reason they're all there, the still missing Naomi, and the hope that Zulema can help finally find her.
So how about when the media hit with this kidnapping, how close were you following it?
Not that close. I saw like 2 different posts, and out of the 2 different posts, the last one, the second one that I saw, I sent it to him because I think that's the one that had the picture of the truck.
No.
And I sent it through Messenger.
No.
And he didn't reply there. He called
Also
me
welcome.
back actually.
We're watching some Ewu.
Because it was like 4 something, and he was leaving the office, and then he called me back, and then he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that girl that's missing."
For right
Party."
now.
I told him, and I go, "Did you see?" And I go, "It has a truck that looks like ours." And then like I was like, "No," and he's like, "I can't see it. I can't look at it because I'm driving." So when he got home, I opened the
No.
thing,
No, I
the
couldn't.
post, and I showed him, and I go, "Look," and then I go,
I'm a terrible dancer.
and then because I had been driving the truck that week, I made the joke, and I'm like, "Did I kidnap this girl?"
The only reason I
And
know
he's
the
like,
actual
"Don't
Harlem
be
Shake is
joking
because of
like that. Don't even be saying
because
that."
Smosh.
And I was like, "Okay, I'm
Was it like
sorry."
a serious reaction?
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, sorry," you know. And then when I showed him the other one where the suspect is seen, you know, when he's walking back, and you can see his face that is black, and that's when he made that joke. He's like, "Oh, it looks like it's one of your people," and I was like, "Oh God, I hope not." And then I go, "Cause you know this is like really bad."
They never spoke about the kidnapping after this incident. Zulema shares that once the pictures of the truck had started circulating in the media, she noticed Troy
Is that
had
an
become
actual
nervous
thing?
about driving it and had asked her to drive instead. It
Oh,
seems like
yeah, I was
Troy may
gonna
have
say,
gone
I
to
know that
Winnemucca
one,
to
yeah.
replace the
He's just
tires
jerking off
because
to
of his
dudes because he
fear
doesn't know
of
how to
being
dance either, so he's just
identified
like,
in connection with
eh,
the circulating
eh.
truck images.
like,
But Zulema still isn't quite done. She shares that Troy had a strange conversation with her stepdaughter. The stepdaughter works at an automobile company in USA Parkway and actually took the same bus route
it
as
took me a bit. I
Naomi.
was like, oh, yes, that one. Because he doesn't know
He
what to
was,
do.
asking how is work going, how does she like it, and
In a way, yes.
and he's like,
I'm using a
do
cell
you
phone.
like better driving or taking the charter? And she's like, I think it.
I mean,
she's
you
like,
couldn't
I
tell.
would like
It
better
was
to
like-
be driving. I don't like being around people. She goes.
I mean, did it look like my legs couldn't
He goes,
move?
but it costs too much. She goes, it's especially now. She goes, it costs too much. And she's like, and he's like, oh, is there like a lot of people? And then, oh, he had asked, do you guys have it? Because for some reason they leave the Panasonic charger
Did you
parked
stop?
there at the
Yeah, I just
Safeway,
can't
but
track
the-
my face because my
the
face is too
Tesla
far
one
away from the
drops them
phone.
off and it goes back. But the Panasonic, they leave it there. Yeah.
So I can't pick up
And then
my
he goes,
face.
so wait,
And
do
also
you
with
take
this,
the
the app
Panasonic
I'm
or
using,
you
it's
take
not
a
that good on
different one?
tracking
She's like,
the
a
face
different
and
one.
body
But
at the
it's
same
just
time.
not there.
Did he ask anything else about him?
No.
Okay.
Or not.
Oh,
that I
you're
can
the flesh
remember.
tuber.
I
Yeah.
was
When did that conversation take place?
about a month ago, probably.
It was evident now that Troy had been planning this for a while, but what kept nagging the investigators was that it still wasn't clear if Troy knew Naomi or how he would have come across her. The realization that the man she loves might have committed the heinous act overwhelms Zulema, and she breaks down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need a minute?
Yeah, finding out that her boyfriend kidnapped a woman and potentially killed her and did who knows what else to her. Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
I imagine you're.
How do you do it?
And you shared your life with them.
Zulema.
It's funny because the only reason I started watching EU on here when I would have dinner time because I just finished eating is because I was watching guys watch true crime, their react videos on YouTube.
Then went on to share a
Hi,
story
Coffee
about how she
Overlord.
met Troy on
It's
the
been a
Ashley
bit. How's it
Madison
going?
website, and it once again confirms detective suspicions of him.
He asked me if I wanted to meet in person, and I said yes. And he told me that he was gonna stop at Taco Bell.
Good.
And he asked me what I was driving.
I cooled
and he
off since I
told me
had
that he was
dinner
driving
from
that
like
court
my
truck,
practice
and I
dancing. Because I'm
met him
learning
there.
this one dance.
And that was where?
In Winnemucca.
In Winnemucca.
In Winnemucca. And we drove out to Rose Creek.
To Rose Creek? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know where that is, but it's outside of Winnemucca. And it's like the rural area, like that's where all the ranches are. We went out there where there was cattle was grazing out there, and there was no water trough.
Gimmick
and
thing.
we sat right
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah, it's like people like
talking, And then we went.
Yeah, it's like people like it. I'm just not good at it because I end up just watching the videos. I can't do react videos because I don't react. That's why I just stick to the Reddit stories.
Like we were just talking and getting to know each other. And
Ah,
then
the
we went
fencing,
back to
yes.
his truck, and he told me if I wanted to go to Lovelock with him, and we can go. I don't know, have dinner or whatever. Because he was staying at the Royal Inn. That's where Ledcore employees stay all the time when they had the Relief Canyon project. All the company put all the Ledcore employees there. We got into his truck, and when we got in, he told me, he's like, you know, I could have killed you, and no one would have known. And I thought it was a joke, and I was like, yeah, and I go, but you didn't, so I'm good. And we laughed it off.
Did you hear it?
No.
Oh,
You.
grappling him today. Ooh.
I hit it that time. You can see where I hit it.
Safety.
Hot. Exactly. Exactly.
Revolvers here? Yeah, you still got more.
I had also heard
That's exactly what I was thinking.
from Joyner that he liked to listen to podcasts,
Audiobooks.
audiobooks.
On Audible.
Okay. What type of audiobooks do you listen to?
The serial killer ones.
The serial killer ones.
And the psychology of lying. And the how to beat interrogations, like CIA and like about the psychology of when the CIA or FBI are interrogating you and how to spot people that are lying, like stuff like that.
Okay. Did you ever listen to any of them with them?
Yeah, I did. Like I was telling Detective Joyner, like that's something that even the kids, like he would put the books, and the one that we actually listened to the whole book all together as a family was the one with Daniel Keyes.
Daniel Keyes?
Yeah, he's a serial killer from Alaska, and he thought it was so cool that he kidnapped a girl, killed her, but he kept her in ice, and she was in such good condition and that she looked alive, and he would take pictures of her and she looked alive. So he thought that was really cool.
Do you remember hearing anything about that when
I
there
mean,
was like ever money involved or anything like that?
Yeah, like he wanted ransom.
Ransom?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
and then he post that girl on a way that she was holding a newspaper and took the picture and did her makeup and everything, and that's what he thought, that it was so cool that the girl actually looked alive. He went online trying to find the picture so he can show us, but I didn't want to look at it, and the kids didn't want to look at it either.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I was like, but he's like, no, but look at her. She doesn't look scary. She's alive. It's really cool. This guy was really smart.
As she continues to share more concerning details about Troy's behavior, police finally get an idea about how Troy may have seen Naomi.
When he worked in Utah,
it's like, this is my
he
ticket to
stayed out there
my,
for a
like,
while.
I can
Yeah,
try to do the
he
same
had a
thing.
couple
Try to
of,
kill this girl and put her in
women
ice
that
to
he
make her
was
still
with
look
out
alive.
Okay. Did he ever say who they were or anything like that? Or
No.
I don't know about social media. Did he ever have them on social media?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Oh, at least
but
I'm not
he did tell me
unfortunate.
that he met them on Ashley Madison, that one where I met him, that one website, and he told me that he had met a bunch right there. I don't know that he went out with all of them, or he didn't tell me, but he did. say
Remember,
that he-
people,
the
if you're
ones
straight,
that
you
two
lose
in
coolness
Utah, he met
points.
them there.
Straight people are not cool.
Now when we
At least
met,
not here.
And then he, we actually started getting serious. After I met him, like I think a month after I met him, I deleted completely my Ashley Madison account.
Okay.
And I learned about that from my cousin in California and my sister. They told me about that. And then when I got separated, that's why I got into
Coolness
that.
points, yeah.
And then my cousin and my sister were still on it, and I was with him for about 6 or 8 more months after. And my I don't know if it was my sister or my cousin, they sent me a screenshot of him still being on the app.
Now, did it show if he was active on the map? Or
It
just,
did, it did, and I asked him about it, and I go, why?
Well, apparently, oh, you're all
'cause
straight.
we had said
Nasty.
that we were going to be
Nasty.
exclusive. And he told me, like, yeah,
I'm Demi,
that's
by
it.
the way.
And I
Pan,
asked
Demi,
him,
it's
why did he
confusing.
still have the
Also,
app? And he
polyamorous
said
as
it
well,
was
so I get
just for
multiple.
fun. He said it was
I say as I've been
but
single
to
for
see the
years.
kind of women that wanted to he's like, but I'm not responding. He's like, it's just for fun.
Troy Driver's profile was active on dating apps. The detectives already knew that Naomi used dating apps to meet new people. Perhaps this was how Troy came to know who Naomi was. As the detectives questioned Zulema further to understand Troy's disturbing interests, they find even more reason to believe he's involved in Naomi's kidnapping.
Did he ever talk about?
I mean, just
if
Fox
he
Socks.
would've
I mean, it's that's
done
like
something, how he would do it.
2 points.
Oh my God. When
I mean, you lose a lot of points by being straight,
I
man.
had
You
two
lose
clients
a lot.
that I used to clean their houses for. Those were the clients that I had for the longest time. I cleaned their houses for almost 7 years. Okay. The mom's name is, she owns a, in Winnemucca, double check. And her daughter is, and her husband, they owned a crushing
Close.
business in Winnemucca. Mm-hmm. In December, they said that she committed this past December. Mm-hmm. Her mom, my boss, she believes that he killed her because he asked her for a divorce. And when I was going through my divorce, had told me, get your part, like get your half. So I was very upset when they said that she committed suicide. When I called her mom and she told me, no, I think killed her because she was gonna get half of the business and he didn't want to share the business. And then she started telling me how I was telling her that she was scared and gave her different type of documents about how she was found and everything. And he told me, if that was me, I would have done the same thing. And I can tell you that he's not gonna get arrested. And he's like, because they're not, you know, because I would have done the same thing. So that is the only time that he
leg movements.
That upset me, and I was like,
It's like, I want to make sure I remember them
Before
from
the
dance.
interview wraps up, Zulema shares one last damning detail. The camping gear was unused from the weekend Troy had apparently
hard to
left
see
for
it
camping alone.
with how the
same
tracking
weekend
works.
Naomi went missing.
and when we were in California, the ones in California, there was one that we went 1,000 feet underground. Mm-hmm. And that one, he said, like, my God, you can hide a body here and no one will ever find it.
While every lead reinforces their suspicions against Troy, none of it leads them to Naomi Irian. It's now over 2 weeks since Naomi was last seen, and the situation soon evolves into a desperate race against time. In a bid to gather any information that could lead to Naomi, Troy Driver's arrest is released to the media in the hopes this will urge any witnesses to come forward. Soon after, the investigators start receiving tips from several callers. They receive a call from a woman informing them that a man resembling Troy Driver allegedly followed her to the same Walmart parking lot a month earlier. The woman said that she was walking her dogs near a highway outside of Fernley in February when she noticed a car pull up next to hers off the road in the dirt. The driver then tailed her car to a Walmart. If this was Troy, then it established a disturbing pattern of behavior for him. They also receive a call from an employee at the Relief Canyon mine who had been a co-worker of Troy Driver. He informs them that a month before Naomi was taken, a heavy equipment delivery driver arrived at the mine with an excavator that was requested by Troy Driver. This employee spoke with Troy and noted down the address where he wanted the excavator to be delivered. This address was about 16 miles away and led to the Buena Vista iron mine. The investigators pay a visit to the mine,
Okay, enjoy your sleep,
tracing
Coffee
the
Lord.
excavator's path, which ultimately leads them to an unsettling discovery: a shallow, unmarked grave. On March 29th, over 2 weeks since Naomi's kidnapping, the hollow grave is exhumed and human remains are found. 2 days following this grim revelation, the medical examiners identify the remains as Naomi Irian. Initial findings from the autopsy suggest that Naomi was shot in the back of her head and subsequently shot in the chest after her body had been moved into the grave. An autopsy revealed that she had also been assaulted. The tire impressions discovered at the scene aligned with the set of tires on Troy Driver's truck, the ones he had before they were replaced.
Yeah.
And yet another shocker, numerous witnesses come forward to attest that they had seen Troy Driver operating an excavator in the mine's remote vicinity all by himself about a month before the kidnapping. Chat records from Zulima's phone throws more light on this appalling twist. This revelation that Troy discussed the excavator with Zulima solidifies the fact that the crime was premeditated, with Troy having
so he did it
orchestrated
before.
every
So
detail
he
a
set
month
up
in
a
advance.
grave beforehand.
It's unclear how much Troy told Zulima, beyond the fact that he needed the excavator, and it's unknown if she knew why. Yet Troy Driver didn't know Naomi Irian. Instead, it seemed that he had meticulously plotted his crime and was actively searching for his victim. Investigators reasoned that he might have selectively targeted certain individuals and tracked their routines to gain knowledge about them. This theory held merit, especially considering that he'd arrived just a few minutes before Naomi on the morning he kidnapped
So he was
and killed
just waiting
her.
for a woman.
In the following weeks, detectives collaborate closely with Zulima to collect evidence against Troy. Despite still grappling with shock and the dramatic upheaval in her life, Zulima assists the investigation to the best of her ability. During one of their meetings at her home, Troy calls her, unaware that the detectives are listening in on the conversation.
And I don't know if you can respond to me, but are you being honest with me? It's like I've been going through the past 2 weeks, 3 a month. What?
These calls are recorded. They're going to portray me as guilty, and I'm never going to get out of prison.
I mean, how can you say that? Like, if you're innocent, like, I'm pretty sure it can be proven.
You are what I have for strength right now. Hearing you say that you don't know whether or not I love you, that's really difficult.
Well, I am sorry. It is really difficult to be hearing all the stuff that they're saying about you, everything that I am remembering about you. And I want you to know that they've been asking me to talk to them, and I'm sorry, but I am going to talk to them about everything that I have experienced with you. Okay?
Oh.
He's lying. I know he's lying.
In April 2022, Troy Driver was charged with murder, robbery, vehicle burglary, and destruction of evidence. It was confirmed that his DNA was found on and inside of Naomi. He was additionally charged with assault. Further investigation proved that after assaulting and killing Naomi, Troy had burned her clothes, some of his own clothing, and other pieces of evidence. The case doesn't end here, though. About 4 months later, Troy carefully snuck a letter out of prison to his now ex-girlfriend Zulima and her children, hidden inside a deck of cards. Allegedly in the note, he admitted to all the allegations against him and stated things like, "There's always been a terrible darkness inside me. Neither this situation nor any other was sexually motivated. Something happened that I can neither justify nor explain." And even more chillingly, quote, "The guilt is crushing. I didn't know anything about her until it was too late." He also stated in the letter that he wanted to end his life. Troy Driver was put on a watch, though he still made 2 attempts. Finally, on August 6, 2023, Troy Driver made a 3rd attempt and succeeded. Casey Valley and his mother, Diana Irian, both shared with us how they felt about the conclusion of Naomi's case.
To me, the trial was, in some ways, it would have been some closure in some ways, it would have been some vindication. In some ways, it would have been, you know, closure for the community. But at the same time, I did not relish the thought of dragging my whole family, especially my mother, through that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad he's never going to hurt anybody ever again. I'm glad he's never going to feel any gratification of any kind ever again. I really hope that if there is any other cases that driver was connected to, whether there was or there wasn't, I do believe that he would have kept doing this type of thing. I feel like it's a net good, even though we didn't get that. I don't even want to say satisfaction. It's more like a tiny bit of closure just to hear the gavel come down on guilty. But at the end of the day, it does erode my faith in the current system in some ways.
Well, my first reaction was relief, but that was just for a fleeting moment. Then I became angry, ragefully angry, because now Naomi's story would not be told again. She would not ever have justice. This monster who did this to her would not have to face me in court where I could tell him the monstrous, horrendous thing that he did to our family and the effect that it had.
Today, Casey Valley and Diana Arian believe in keeping Naomi's legacy alive through their actions.
I don't think Naomi would have wanted me to just give up on anything. And I mean, there's plenty of times where I feel like I just can't do it. But Naomi loved family. Naomi loved caring for others. Naomi loved fairness. Naomi loved justice. And she believed that, I mean, and this is like a pretty simplistic thing, but she believed that, you know, if you have a thing that you care about, if you have a goal in life, you should totally pursue it. Like, you know, get after it. So I just think about some of the times where I feel down. First of all, I put everything to the side to ensure that Naomi got whatever justice we could get her. Everything else was to the side. But once Driver was in custody and once we had found her, I knew that there was not a whole lot else I could do. And so I've just been doing my best to live my life in a way that I think would make Naomi proud. So, and that's all I can do. I can't give up. I don't have any give up in me.
It is interesting with some of these killers of where I do believe this guy was would be different compared to some other killers. Because it's like he did kill himself. I mean, it's either a side of like he was a coward and didn't want to go back to prison, so he killed himself to get rid of it, like, or whatever. But he did technically, when he was 17, he went to prison for 15 years, and he did go through prison, and then he got out. Yeah, and then sending an entire, like, a whole letter telling his then ex-girlfriend, and her family, her kids, he admits to everything, and even admits that, like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so guilty that I did this. No, I want it in my life, and then he did. It's like, it's definitely interesting to see, because there are the other, like, serial killers or whatever that we see about that, like, will do all of that and, like, be found guilty and then just spend the rest of their lives in prison. Or, like, there will be some killers or whatever that say, like, oh, they feel so guilty, I want it in my life, but then they proceed to do nothing. They just spend like, the rest of their lives in prison. I didn't know my feet were in the... There we go. It is just the whole, like, brain thing of, like, how we don't understand, psychopaths. And, we just don't understand. We'd have no way to, like, cure it in some way. So it's like, it could be that he was a psychopath. But, like, if it's like a scale, like autism, he could have been like on the lower end, and that's why he was able to, like, feel bad about it. But again, for all we know, it could be that, like, again, he could have just killed himself because, like, he was in prison before for 15 years, and he just doesn't want to go back, and he just ended his life because it would have been easier that way. And they say they put him on a watch. What the fuck were they doing? That, like, he was able to try 3 times and then he succeeded on the 3rd time. What the fuck? It's like, if he does it, like, one time, you're like, okay, we start watching him. If he's able to attempt a 2nd time, that's when you go into the be like, okay, we're gonna put him in some sort of straitjacket or whatever because he's potentially gonna do it again. And he did! Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna put the music on. I'm gonna bring the bowl downstairs. Wait, are both bunnies here? Bunny? Bunny? hard to tell because it's like I see one bunny, but I hear chewing, and the one bunny that's there is not the one chewing. So I'm like, wait. It's like she's all black, so it's like she blends in with the darkness. You see, it's them. It's like, how? How are you supposed to do this? I think that's the wrong direction. Yeah. I wonder if I could try to cheese it when it comes to the dance and try to only do the leg movements, the knee movements. Wait, no, it's this way, yes. Wait, no, this way. It's still so tiring. Oh, it's like, why is it so tiring? At slow, at the speed. Oh. Down, businessman! Businessman! Oh! Businessman! Businessman! Sit down! You see, look at those legs! hungry at the end. I drank a bunch of our juice beforehand. And I was worried, like, oh no, am I gonna barf up all of this? You see, the problem I am finding a little bit, is the dancing compared to the song is like off by like a second. Is not matching with the beats of the song like it's supposed to, but the dance is kind of a little bit off. So I'm wondering if it's the video. Let me go look at the gameplay one. Try to go back to the video. I just need to look at it. Okay, I think it's, yeah. Okay. Okay, I just needed to check that. Okay. And the only reason I was using other videos was because I needed to see what they were doing with the legs. So now I know what they're doing, I just need to get it down. So I think the plan, at least for future stuff, is that I'm gonna have to practice it on my own. Not all, like, on stream. And also just like focus on different sections. Like, so one day is like just practice the legs. Other section just practice the arms. And it's like again, it's like the later, it's mainly just doing that for the first part of the dance. It's like after that slow section and we get to the other half of the song, I basically have that part down. It's just, again, like making sure whichever like side we're supposed to be going to first. Like when we're doing certain actions, like when the arms are like this, we're doing the backwards motion of like, are we supposed to be facing this way first or is it this way? It's just stuff like that. Yes, like, so there'll be a day of making sure I have those parts down. I should have been wearing a sports bra. There's so much jumping around, like I can literally hear some of my boobs like slapping against the chest. And then I'll check the VOD to see if the song's copyrighted or not, because if it's not, then we could totally like make people go insane by just repeating the song over and over, because I like it. Just giving myself a second. I got the arms wrong. Remember to do it the right direction. Oh, it's painful. Oh. Ooh. It's gonna be a good exercise for me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make a goal for myself if we will practice. Every day. Because I'm going to need to. Whew. Okay, technically it's time, but I want to do it one more time. So I'm starting with the wrong hand in the second half, and you remember, because I want to start this way, and you remember it's, I think, this way. With most of the actions that require, like, it's repetition, but it's like we're moving with one hand first. I believe it's mostly the left hand. Oh. See, I did the wrong side. Oh, nope, wrong foot, you see? Okay. Okay. We got plenty. We got practice done. I like that I made some progress with the leg stuff. It's just, again, more practice to get it properly down. And then combine it with the arm stuff. Because I definitely like trying to do that and then combine it. It's not happening. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for chatting. Hopefully we see you next time. Love you all. Bye. 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 Bye.